entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Imperialism is one country taking over another country because of its natural resources. The Europeans were the powerhouses at taking over nations. The Europeans almost conquered all of the world. Imperialism does have an effect on the native culture because the dominant race has claimed themselves superior to the natives. The superior race usually has next to zero regard for the native race and usually goes to war with the native race.
Thanks to these new drugs, the English literally felt better. They soon looked better too. Although there had long been English-manufactured textiles, they were nearly all coarse wools and linens. What the discerning English shopper wanted now was altogether more exotic. Like the sugar, tea and tobacco the English consumed with such gusto, silks, chintzes and calicoes had to come from abroad. The result was nothing less than a fashion revolution. And again Defoe spotted the trend.
It crept into our houses, our closets, our bedchambers, curtains, cushions, chairs, and at last beds themselves were nothing but calicoes or Indian stuffs.
Before the East India Company came into power in India, the Mughal Empire had ruled. The Mughal Empire had captured India from the Sultan of Delhi in 1526, and as a result became rulers of India. When the Mughal Empire ruled the region, it was comprised of multiple kingdoms that acted as provinces. The Mughal Empire had created a centralized government that brought all the kingdoms together. The Mughals of Muslim Empire had a great respect and tolerance for the Hindu majority. The Mughals allowed Hindus to reach senior government and military positions. The Mughals delegated their government with respect for human rights. In 1765, the Mughal Empire started to decline. In the past, many European powers had harassed the Mughals, powers such as Portugal and Holland. After Aurangzeb died in 1707, the empire started to decline in actual power. The British controlled East India Company and seized control of the region. After a couple decades of company rule, the British government took direct control over the country. Direct control was established in 1858. Direct rule was established because of rebellions against company rule. The Sepoy Army. The Sepoy Army were Indian natives hired by the East Indian Company. Indians volunteered for social reasons, so they can be higher in the hierarchy, also for the economy, so they can make some money. Gandhi. Gandhi is sometimes called the godfather of Indian freedom. He came up with non-violent ways to protest against Indian discrimination. Because of the protests Gandhi was doing, the British passed the Black Act, which imprisoned anybody going against the government. One of Gandhi's most remembered moments was when he marched all the way to the sea to protest the tax the British put on the salt. He went to the sea to make his own salt. The British didn't like this act, so they imprisoned more than 50,000 people. At the fall of the Mughal Empire, the Europeans took advantage of it. Britain had to fight off many other European countries just to get India. The first train in India was created in 1852. It was used for transporting building materials. The trains transported materials from villages and brought them to the ports and bays, where they would be transported from India to be manufactured and brought back to India. They built roads in the country so they can have communication between the communities. The British lacked respect for the cultures and religions of India. The British lined the gun cartridges with animal fat, which went against Hindus and Muslims religions. This was a method to try to convert the soldiers to Christianity. Many soldiers refused to use the cartridges, but were sentenced to jail. The rebellion started in Beirut, then soon went to Delhi. The rebellion soon came to an end from lack of leadership. Power was restored back to the British within 6 months. As punishment to the rebellion, some rebels were put in front of a cannon to be blown to pieces.